we will take Pecten's mission. Our mission as Pecten Toastmasters Club is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning environment in which every member has the opportunity to develop their oral and leadership skills, oral communication and leadership skills, I beg your pardon, which in turn fosters self confidence and personal growth. Once again, thank you for joining us this evening, making our time out of your busy schedules to join us. A few housekeeping rules. If you're not speaking, please stay muted. If you join the meeting with your mics unmuted, please mute yourself as soon as you get into the meeting so you're not distracting the rest on the call, just in case someone is speaking. The chat area is one of the busiest places in any virtual meeting because that's what partly gives life to the meeting. So today, we implore you to engage. When people come to the lectern to speak, please, please, and please, we want both physical, virtual, emoticon in numbers. So applauses in numbers. Clap, use a reaction button, anything that keeps this meeting energized. That's what we want in today's meeting. And I know you guys know how we do it here. So please, let's keep the energy high today. And finally, remember to keep your comments and feedback respectful. A lot of people are going to come to the lectern today to speak. Make sure that whatever it is you're saying as feedback is done respectfully and from a place of empathy. With that said, I would like to welcome to the virtual podium our president, Toastmaster Ekuchi Joy James, to give her opening remarks. Toastmaster Ekuchi, you have the center stage. Please, round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madam VPE. Confirm that you can see me and hear me.
Your camera is yeah, it's up now.
Great, great, great. No one is clapping. I'm just going to go back to being muted and okay, I see one hand. I see okay, that's okay. I can work with that. Good evening, everyone. It's my greatest pleasure to be here today. As usual, if you know me, you know that Toastmasters meetings are one of my happiest times of the week. And it's not because I'm the president of the club or because I just like to talk. I literally enjoy these meetings. They're, for me, a way to unwind, take a break from the craziness of work life. For those of us that don't understand or don't can't relate with 9 to 5 business as well, whatever it is that you're doing, definitely Toastmasters meetings, Pecten Toastmasters meetings help me to just breathe, right? Okay, that being said, welcome to all our guests. Today on the call, we have about 19 people, so that's great. Today, our theme is pride and progress. Pride and progress.
Alpha.
I absolutely enjoy the fact that we are a people that are collaborative. Pecten is known to be a people of collaboration, and together we make progress when we're together. I love the picture showing right now. It's really, really beautiful. Um, as a club and as people, what are the things what are the habits and what are the cultures that you can imbibe to make sure that you're progressing? How can you confidently, with pride, progress? For me, I try to make our themes personal and relatable to myself. So today we're going to have those conversations. There's going to be a lot of interaction. If you know Pecten, you know that interaction, Ukpo, like the Yorubas will say it in Nigeria. It's plenty. There's going to be a lot of conversations rather and interactions. But I won't be doing all that. Today, the person that will be handling the interactions, anchoring the conversations. I've talked about how fun this meeting will be. This person will make sure that I've trapped her. I've promised you a good time. It is her duty to make sure she delivers. That person is the Toastmaster of the day. I already see her beautiful face showing on camera. The Toastmaster of the day today is Toastmaster Elizabeth Atta, the very beautiful Toastmaster Elizabeth Atta. She's a solutions architect, a member of the Uyo Premier Speakers Club. She is on the dynamic leadership path. Her hobbies are hiking and swimming. That I know. As I know, I see that all the time. The swimming part intrigues me the most. Her favorite quote is, "Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving." That is a quote by Albert Einstein. Pecten Toastmasters with a rousing round of applause using your emoticons. You can even clap showing your hands. Please welcome to the virtual podium our beautiful Toastmaster of the day, with so much aplomb. Don't worry, I'll tell you about that later. Toastmaster Elizabeth Atta, over to you.
Thank you so very much, Toastmaster Ekuchi. Good afternoon, Toastmasters. Good afternoon to our guests. It's such a lovely afternoon here in Uyo. It's a sunny day, and I am hoping it is a sunny day in Port Harcourt today. I am very excited to be playing the TMOD for this meeting today. Pride and progress. Maybe you don't know, but my definition of pride would be a deep, fulfilling sense of joy of who we are as a person, what we have overcome, and what we represent. Progress, on the other hand, is the journey we take to grow, to improve, and to reach new heights. As Toastmasters, this is something we do every day. We take a journey, we come from being raw, and we grow into that person everybody admires, that person everybody looks up to and wants to be like. And I'm so happy that I am going to be the Toastmaster of the day for this meeting. Now, if you are a guest, I'll just go through and tell you what a typical Toastmasters meeting looks like. Usually we have 3 sessions. We have the table topic session, a prepared speeches session, and the evaluation segment, which is now my personal best. It used to be table topics, but now I am loving evaluation segment because that is how you get to be better. What does that mean? It means that everything we do here today is being measured. Everything we do here is being evaluated. So I want us to come to the lectern when you have an opportunity to speak. I want you to enjoy the meeting. I want you to know that this is a safe space. This is a space where you're allowed to make mistakes because there is always someone in the room that is ready and willing to correct you with lots of love. Now, for today's meeting, I am not going to be doing this alone. But before I tell you about that person that is coming on very soon, I want you to also know that today for Pecten, it's going to be their election. Now, I want you to stay back so that you see what Toastmasters election is like. It's not like the one we do in INEC and other places where people carry ballots, buses, and run away. No, it doesn't happen here. So I want you to stay back, and that is going to be the icing on the cake in today's meeting, because I assure you that you're going to learn 1 or 2 things, okay? So the next segment, I'm going to be bringing on someone who is going to work with me today. She is the person we call our general evaluator. Every Toastmasters meeting has a general evaluator. And today I am very excited for the person that is going to be playing this role because she is someone I admire. She is a DTM. Ask somebody, anybody, what it means, the sacrifices, the progress of, the path you get to go through to become a DTM in Toastmaster. Her name is Toastmaster Rashida Saliu Bello. She is a marketer of medical devices. Her club is Teachers and Trainers Toastmasters Club. Her hobbies is creating and capturing moments. Oh, I love that. And her favorite quote is "Knowledge is power" by Francis Bacon. Please, let's put our hands together and applaud Toastmaster Rashida Bello as she come tell us what the general evaluator role is about.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Elizabeth Atta. Yeah, I loved it when you were introduced as the beautiful Toastmaster of the Day, and I can see that, I can confirm that, and I just simply love every letter of that. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been introduced as your general evaluator today. If you are not familiar with Toastmasters, you start wondering, what does a general evaluator do? Simple. If you have ever been at an examination where you see the examiner with hands crossed at the back, walking all about as if they knew everything, that is really what a general evaluator does. It feels like you know everything, but then that is just an exaggeration. You don't. And as a matter of fact, you rely on an army, you rely on certain people to help you give value. Simply, I am to ensure that you get value for the time you spend today. Where and how shall you get the value? I am supposed to ensure we get feedback for everything we do, to the extent that that feedback will be useful for all of us. And to enable us get that feedback, which we need and which we rely on as Toastmasters, especially because we do not have teachers or professors or lecturers telling us exactly what to do. We want to be sure that we are doing it right. And more experienced Toastmasters or people who listen to us as Toastmasters are able to give us the feedback. And we are not just going to do that haphazardly. Trust me, I have a number of competent people who will be giving us that evaluation, that feedback that we so much crave. So, are you ready now to know the persons I have brought for that beautiful sense of feedback that you crave? Am I seeing anybody being interested? Can you hear me? Hello, can anybody hear me? Okay, lovely, 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 lovely. Thank you. So the first member of my team I shall be introducing, incidentally, I say incidentally, is, to the best of my knowledge, the president of Pecten Toastmasters Club. Ladies and gentlemen, well, she says when she's not attending the Toastmasters meeting and giving her best, you'll probably know her as the data analyst or biomedical scientist that she is. Asked which path she is on a Toastmasters education, she will tell you very, very proudly that she is on the persuasive influence path. And of course, she loves to make money, she loves to travel, she loves to spend quality time with her family, and she likes to watch exciting shows. Our favorite quote is by Henry Ford: whether you think you can or you can't, you are right. Ladies and gentlemen, she'll be acting as our grammarian today. Toastmaster Joy Equity James, what shall you be doing for us as a grammarian today? Toastmaster?
Thank you so much. The very beautiful General Evaluator Toastmasters DTM RSB. I have actually missed you, I must say, before I continue. We missed seeing your face in our meetings. Glad to have you here with us. Today, as the grammarian, I have two roles. My duty is double pronged. First part of it would be to introduce the word of the day. In the Toastmasters meeting, we encourage, in order to build our vocabulary, we encourage that we learn new words in every meeting. And at each point in time, whilst we're speaking, we're encouraged to use the word of the day. Today, the word of the day is a tricky one. I urge you to pay attention so that you get it right. Because I'm here with my pen and paper to take down proper usage of the word. The word is a plum. A plum. It means to it means complete and confident composure or self-assurance. Also means poise. Express action of showing a plum with verbs like act with a plum, demonstrate with aplomb, carry oneself with aplomb. An example would be Toastmaster Favour delivered her icebreaker speech with remarkable aplomb. The president introduced the Toastmaster of the day, like I did today, with her usual aplomb. Synonyms are confident, assurance, self-possession. Now, it might interest you to know that the B there is silent. You cannot say aplomb or aplomb, all of that. I'm trusting that we would use the word of the day very well today. The second part of my duty would be to take note of great use of grammar, proper used phrases, words that really just stand out so that we can encourage others to keep using those. And that'll be for today. I'll come back at the end while I'm called upon by our general evaluator to give my report. And it's back to you, Madam GE. Take it away with so much aplomb.
Okay. And I love that. I really do. Thank you so much, our grammarian, Toastmaster Joy Kuchi James. Ladies and gentlemen, what I had us say here is please do everything with so much aplomb that we will know that today's meeting is full of such aplomb as we will be requiring and needing. So ladies and gentlemen, Toastmasters, friends, guests, the next role player I shall be bringing to this virtual lectern, and trust me to do that with such aplomb as is necessary, is the R counter. R counter, whose favorite quote he told us is, imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited, imagination encircles the world. And that's by Albert Einstein. He loves to watch sports and movies, but not even watching alone, he also likes to play tennis, snooker, and video games. He's on his presentation mastery path on Toastmasters International Pathways. He's an engineer, and his name is Samuel. Samuel Alanade is our accountant today. Please welcome with aplomb Toastmaster Samuel Alanade.
Good afternoon, Toastmasters and guests. Good afternoon, Toastmasters and guests. I'll be your accountant for today's meeting. So in Toastmasters, we expect all our members to deliver a speech with aplomb, but there are some words and phrases, some crutch and filler words that prevent us from doing that. Words like and So my role this afternoon will be to watch out for these words. And after the meeting, I would give a report of everyone who used this word and how many times we did. And the purpose of this is not to embarrass anyone, but to make us become better speakers and deliver our speech with more confidence and aplomb. Thank you very much. And it's back to you, TMOD.
Thank you. TMOD, not yet. I'm still running the show. Okay, deliver your speeches with such aplomb, said Toastmaster Samuel. I'm not done. I still have another member, but I want to introduce. This person will ensure that we do not waste your time, because we understand that time and tide waits for no man. And if you have heard, time is money, we know and we appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, our timekeeper this beautiful afternoon is Toastmaster Lydia Adaku Ekwedike. She is a microbiologist and a data analyst. Like Samuel, she is also on the presentation mastery pathway. She loves to watch movies, she loves to travel, and she loves listening to music. What type of music? I don't know, and it's not for today. She will probably be singing with such aplomb this afternoon. I don't know. I really don't know. Just wishing. But her favorite quote, which is by Mahatma Gandhi, is be the change you want to see in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, with as much aplomb as you can master, let's welcome today's timekeeper. Toastmaster Lydia, are you there? Toastmaster Lydia, please.
Thank you so much to General Evaluator for that warm and beautiful introduction. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. I am your timer for today's meeting, and my job is quite simple. It's just keep us accountable as regards to time. I'll be notifying each speaker of the time remaining for their speech using a green card, a yellow card, and a red card displayed at my background. So I'll go ahead and show how that will happen. All right, I'll be timing the table topic sessions, the prepared speeches, and the evaluation session in today's meeting. And for the table topic session, slated for 1 to 2 minutes, at 1 minute, I will display the green card. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I'll display the yellow card. And at 2 minutes dot, I'll display the red card. And the speaker has 30 seconds to round up. For today, we have 2 prepared speeches, 1 icebreaker and 1 proper prepared speech. The icebreaker is slated for 4 to 6 minutes. At 4 minutes, I'll display the green card. At 5 minutes, I'll display the yellow card. And at 6 minutes, I'll display the red card. For the evaluation session, the table topic evaluation is slated for 4 to 6 minutes as well. At 4 minutes, I'll display the green card. At 5 minutes, I'll display the yellow and then the red at 6 minutes dot. For the grammarian reports, slated for 3 to 4 minutes. At 3 minutes, I'll display the green card. At 3 minutes 30 seconds, I'll display the yellow card, and at 4 minutes, I'll display the red card. For the manual speech evaluation and other reports by the tag team, it's slated for 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I'll display the green card. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, I'll display the yellow, and at 3 minutes mark, I'll display the red. Once the red card is up, the speaker has 30 seconds grace to round up with their speech. And with that said, thank you, and let's relax and have an APLOMB time in today's meeting. Thank you, and it's back to you, G.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Lydia Kwedike, for letting us know precisely how you'll be helping us keep time. I am always really time conscious too, because right now I'm almost going to say that we're a little behind time, but trust, this is Pecten. I'm sure we'll make it up somehow, and we'll do the necessary thing to ensure that we close on time. So that's all about my team members. When the Toastmaster of the Day calls on me later in the course of this meeting, I shall be reporting with APLOMB everything, every little thing that I have observed. That is what I've been engaged to do this lovely afternoon. With that said, may I beckon on Toastmaster of the Day, beautiful Toastmaster Elizabeth Otter, to please take control of the virtual lectern. Back to you, Madam.
Thank you so much, DTM. I love how you speak. It was Ben Ashod who said, progress is impossible without change. And those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. We are going to be going to the next segment of this meeting, which is the table topic segment. Now, if you think about the word of the day, APLOMB, one person, one Toastmaster comes to mind, Toastmaster Olive. I would not be reading her bio today because she is everybody's favorite Toastmaster. So Toastmaster Olive, the virtual lectern is yours. Take it away. Own the stage, grab it, dance with it, and wow us.
Thank you so very kindly, Toastmaster Elizabeth. Good evening once again, our delectable guests and Toastmasters on the call. It's another beautiful evening, and we have 10 minutes. I've been told we have 10 minutes, just 10 minutes to run what we call the table topic section. Now, if you're new to Toastmasters, in this segment, as your topics master, so your table topics master, I have the singular privilege of giving you the opportunity to practice your impromptu speaking skills. What does this mean? It means if you ever have been called at a meeting to give a random, unprepared speech and you didn't know what to do, we're giving you free center stage with the right audience of 29 people to practice without judgment. Very importantly, without judgment. This segment teaches you how to listen and how to be quick on your feet. Today, I'll be presenting to us. I have just 4 questions, but we'll take only 3 table topics really quick. So I want us to volunteer. When I call for volunteers, I don't have to name anybody. I see one hand up. I love how it's happening here today. I'm so pleased with that. And that's 2. Great. So we need volunteers to come up and share your perspective, your insights, your story, whatever it is that we're asking you. So we can all take some learnings off the segment. Today's theme is pride and progress. And so whatever question I'm going to ask you is just going to be around achievement, accomplishment, progress, etc. Are we ready? So I saw Toastmaster Toby's hands go up first, and so I'm going to give her the virtual podium to choose between questions 1 and 4. What's going to be for you, Toastmaster Toby?
Question 1.
Ooh, she decided to go really quick on that one. All right. Let me know when you can see my screen.
Yeah.
Okay. So question 1 says, what's a recent win that brought both a sense of pride and accomplishment to you? What's a recent win that brought both a sense of pride and accomplishment? The lecture is yours.
Thank you very much. A recent win that brought both a sense of pride and accomplishment to me. So this is with regards to my my personal accomplishments. I have two stories to tell, so I'll just tell them quickly. The first is with regards to my growth. The other day, I had a back and forth with somebody, and all my life I've been described as short fused, temperamental, irritable, and we're having this back and forth. And I found myself, suddenly found myself, in fact, witnessed myself quiet and listening. I was in shock. And it didn't make sense to me until after we reached a, a resolution that was, was okay for both parties. And 80% of the time, I was just quiet and listening. And after I dropped the call, I think I spoke to a couple of friends. I told them, I think I just witnessed myself transform. Oh my God, this is so much growth. And this came shortly after I got a promotion at work. And I'd realized that it was with navigating leadership that I'd quickly picked up that skill. So something else that happened at work was we were to work on a project we were we were contemplating on how to go about it. So we decided that we go about it a completely unconventional way. And in the shortest time ever recorded, we were able to accomplish it. And when the news came to me that the result was made, I'm like, oh my God, this is my first official win as the lead of this team. And it brought so much accomplishment to me. And if, even it gave me more aplomb, to move on in my role as a leader and, in building myself. Thank you.
Thank you so very kindly for sharing your story, Toastmaster Toby. Ah, I think I can relate with the one where you suddenly become an active listener, but you're not even aware that that's what you've become. That's what Toastmasters does for you. On a subconscious level, you're coached long enough to start pausing to listen when people speak so you communicate right and you can understand before you speak. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us. I'm sure a couple of persons felt inspired, probably asking themselves, Maybe I should keep quiet a little more and get more insights. And congratulations on your achievement, by the way. Toastmaster essay. What would it be for you? Toastmaster Toby took question one, so you've got 2 to 4. What's it going
Question
to be?
four.
4?
Yes, please.
Hmm. It's like something is whispering things to you people that I'm not aware of. But well, what can I say? So, question 4. Toastmaster essay. What's one small step you've taken recently that represents progress for you? What's one small step you've taken recently that represents progress for you? The lectern is yours.
Thank you, Table Topics Master, and good evening, everyone. There are so many steps I take. I take steps forward, I take steps backwards, I take steps that make me miss. I miss steps, I jump steps, and then I go back and start again. But if there's one small step that I think recently I've taken that represents progress for me, it would be with walking. I have a very interesting relationship with my body when it comes to fitness. And last year, the first day of last year, 2024, January, I was like, okay, I need to get serious with my walk. I need to actually track my time. And then I walked about 12K that day. I just explored my neighborhood. And then I was like, oh, I like this. New year, new me. I'm going to be doing 10K every day. The next day, I could not bring myself to move more than about 500 steps. And I was like, okay, that was too ambitious. Let's keep it at 1K. And I kept it at 1K, and that became my minimum criteria, except it's a really terrible day or I'm really sick. I think based on the data I tracked, I only missed about 4 days when I didn't walk at least 1,000 steps. For context, me of 3 or 5 years ago, a good day means I walk about 40 steps, because if I'm working from home, I'm only going to the kitchen or to the washroom. So that was me 2024. I gave myself that 1K minimum and I kept at it. And then 2025 came. I became much more aware of my patterns. I knew what worked for me. And I said, okay, you know what? We're still going to do our 1K. Let's not stress ourselves. Let's just respect ourselves and try. But then I noticed something that started happening. Because I had kept it at 1K, I would do like 5K, 8K, 10K, 12K. But I still said my minimum is 1K. But then in the middle of February, as my Valentine gift to myself, I was like, okay, I think I can increase my ambition. I think me saying I would only do 1K has been limiting myself. I've been doing 1K for more than a year. And I told myself, okay, I'm going to do my minimum of 10K, but I'm going to do it from April when it's Q2, new time. And Toastmasters and guests, I say this with aplomb that by April, I had already actually started doing 10K, but I knew that my standard was for April 1st. So in March, I was doing 10K, 5K, 8K, but I did not mind. But April 1st, I started doing a minimum of 10K steps. And guess what happened? I started meeting 20K. I haven't met 50K yet. I'm still at 25K steps a day. But what that just means is from April 1st up until yesterday, I have done a minimum of at least 10,000 steps every day. That's is something I'm very proud of. That is a small step that marks progress for me. So if you're struggling with something, I would really encourage you, take a step back, bite a much more smaller chunk, and then over time, you get to bite bigger chunks. So I'm very proud that I'm now walking 10,000 steps every day. I hope village people do not make me fall back. But this is the 3rd month. I've met 50 days of walking 10K. So I hope I keep walking. Thank you. And it's back to you, Toastmasters and guests.
Ooh, talk about an inspirational speech. Thank you so much for sharing, Toastmaster Dr. Essay. Thank you. If there's anything I took out of this was she moved from 40 steps in, let's say, 2022 to 1,000 steps at a minimum in 2024. And now she's doing 25K steps in 2025. That's not a small step, that's a leap. And the advice she's giving to us is take a step back, bite a small chunk, and that gives you the momentum and aplomb to do what? to bite bigger chunks. Thank you so very much for sharing Toastmaster essay. Do I have another volunteer and preferably a guest? Anyone with aplomb and audacious enough to take the lectern? I don't want to go shopping. Let's see. Bob Manuel, can you hear me? It's just one question left, and I don't want the Toastmaster to take it. Bob Manuel, can you hear me? Benjamin? Vivian
Yes, I
Udoka?
can hear you.
Oh, awesome. I like the vocal clarity. Sounds like you were made for this. So I've got questions 2 and 3. Would you like to take a shot at those? Any of those?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay, let's go with question two.
Good. You're already center stage, and I like that. All right. So question number 2. Let's have that come up. Hmm. Question 2 says, what's one personal achievement you are most proud of and why? What's one personal achievement you're most proud of and why? The lecture is yours, Bob Manuel.
Wow. Um, well, I'm proud of a number of things. Just to pick one is going to be a bit difficult, but I think it will be work related. So let me start this way. Uh, I was in a particular job position in my company about a year ago, and I was I had really been expecting some moves to take place in terms of upward mobility, and there were quite a number of opportunities for that to happen, but it didn't. And so I was a bit distraught. But the most important thing was I didn't want it to affect my current performance or affect uh, what I was currently doing in the workspace. So I tried to keep up. I tried to keep face and do what I needed to do and continue to excel in my own corner of the woods, so to speak. However, another opportunity came, and this one you could say flew right by my nose, and I still wasn't able to grab it, and that really took its toll on me personally. And there were a lot of deadlines within that space of time for me to meet. And I also had some personal losses that took place. I lost a cousin that was dear to me around close to that period of time as well. But at those difficult times, I was still able to carry through and actually, surprisingly, also excel even more than usual. So I was really proud of that. And one or two people who knew what was going on were also commended me, and it actually felt really good that I could dig deep and make that happen. So let me stop there. Thank you.
A warm round of applause. So now I'm not going to leave here until I see emoticons going off in the chat room, just telling Bob Manuel how well he's done with that table topic. Very well done. And thank you so much for sharing a very vulnerable story with us. But if there's anything you've told us here today, is that even in pain, you could actually still deliver with aplomb and you could still excel irrespective. It's just a thing about perspective, right? Thank you so much for sharing, Bob Manuel. I'm sure you would have the comments coming in the chat area. Great stuff. And to wrap up this segment, I just want to say well done and thank you to all our table topic speakers. You've done so well, and you've reminded us of the fact that we can also surprise ourselves just by witnessing ourselves achieve things that we thought we couldn't achieve. Thank you, Toastmaster Toby. Thank you, Toastmaster Essay, for reminding us that it's important to bite in small chunks so we don't lose our aplomb and we keep going to achieve bigger things. And finally, to guest Bob Manuel, who has told us that from a place of pain, you're still able to achieve even much more. Thank you, everyone. And remember, impromptu speaking is very essential. It's a life skill right now. So practice, practice, practice every single time you get the opportunity. And it's back to you, the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Olem. Like she said, impromptu speaking is a life skill and it's a very important one. Now, as we reflect on today's theme, pride and progress, I want us to take example from Serena Williams. Her pride in her identity and her relentless progress on the court. Those were matched by APLOMB, was matched by her display of confidence under a lot of pressure. She remained unshaken, she was focused, and she did everything she can to become that person we all admire today. To our audience, if you're here and you've always been afraid, you've wondered how to get ahead, I want you to know that you just need to stay focused. You just need to ask yourself, what's next? What do I need to do to get to the next level? And you're going to get there. With that, we're going to segue to the next segment, which is our manual speeches. Now, first of all, we're going to bring the evaluator for the first speaker, Toastmaster Nameti Akpan. He is my mentor. His bio is on the screen. He's an accountant, and his hobbies are playing snooker, listening to classical music, and his favorite quotes, "The bird does not sing because it needs an answer. It sings because it has a song." Toastmaster Nameti Akpan, please come and tell us what to expect from our next speaker. Thank you. Is Toastmaster Nameti here?
Yes, he is. I think he's still muted.
Was called, but I think yeah, I have unmuted myself. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we
Yes,
can.
I can hear you. Your bandwidth is low. I think you should just turn off your video and speak so we can hear you.
Is this better?
Excellent.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I hope I did that with great aplomb. So today we'll be listening to an icebreaker speech. And as a Toastmaster, icebreakers for me are moments which we should savor. Toastmaster Favour Eweka will be speaking from Presentation Mastery Pack, Level 1, Project 1. The purpose of the speech is for her to introduce herself to the club. Toastmaster Favour, I wish you a splendiferous delivery. Go ahead and break the leg. Thank you, and back to you, the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nameti Akpan. Toastmaster Favour Eweka will be speaking to us from the Presentation Mastery Pack. It's a Level 1 project, and it is an icebreaker. The title of our speech is A Quiet Climb. Toastmaster Favour, please confirm you are on the call. I can't see you.
Okay.
Oh, yes, I can see you now. Toastmaster Favour, Eweka, a quiet climb. A quiet climb. Toastmaster Favour, Eweka.
According to a popular American actor, Peter Dinklage, he says the only way to grow is to constantly put yourself in situations that are a little above your head. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. My name is Favour. I hail from Edo State, Nigeria. I love to cook, swim, and make money. I am naturally an outgoing person. I thrive in meeting new people, building meaningful relationships and connections. But more than anything, I cherish the process of growth. For me, growth isn't just a phase, it's a lifelong journey. You would agree with me that strong relationships are built on effective communication, which is why I am so passionate about refining my public speaking skills. And this is also the reason I joined Toastmasters International. As the poet Maya Angelou wisely says, words mean more than what is said on paper. It is the human voice that infuses them with greater shades of meaning. I'd like to ask, have you ever worked on a puzzle where the most rewarding pieces were often the hardest to fit? Please, can I get a thumbs up in the comment? Thank you, Toastmaster Essay. More thumbs up, please. Thank you, Toastmaster Olem. But this is no different from life. In life, our greatest challenges often hold our greatest rewards. Take me, for instance. Growing up, things weren't always easy. My parents worked tirelessly, but financial limitations meant I couldn't attend the best of schools. Opportunity other kids took for granted seemed out of reach. Missing out on school extracurricular activities, not even able to get the basic school materials. Let me give a popular scenario. When I was in primary four, I was preparing for a sport activity. I had prepared with my peers. I was happy, super excited. We're going to dance, we're going to play football, and all whatnot. Guess what? 2 days to the event, I went to school and I was asked to go home. Why? Because my fees weren't paid. I cried. I wailed. I felt ill. It took days, it took weeks for me to recover from that incident. The list is endless. And in all honesty, it was tough. There were moments I felt discouraged. There were moments I constantly felt lagged behind. But looking back today, those very challenges fueled my determination. They pushed me into becoming who I am today. Those barriers that seems like obstacle, they forced me into becoming a better version of myself and to break through those limitations. This is my quiet climb. I am eager to learn, to grow, and to communicate powerfully and impactfully. These aren't just dreams, they are goals I am eager and willing to bring to life. I aspire to be an eloquent speaker, a persuasive entrepreneur, and someday an empathetic mentor. I would say I am proud of how far I have come. However, I also recognize that there's still room for growth. Today marks the first piece of my public speaking puzzle. With your support and guidance, I look forward to putting the rest of the pieces together. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Favour. I want everybody on this call to unmute and actually clap. Everyone. If you know things to do your icebreaker in Toastmaster,
Well done, Toastmaster
Well
Favour.
done,
Well
well
done,
done,
Favour.
Favour. Wow.
Well done.
Thank you
So much
so much.
applause. Wow.
Thank you so much. You all will agree that she delivered her speech with aplomb and poise. She did so well. She spoke as if she has been doing this for a very long time. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Favour. We will be moving straight to the next speech, the next manual speech. And again, we'll call on the evaluator for the speaker two to come tell us what to expect from this speech. Her name is Toastmaster Elizabeth, is my namesake. Toby Lover. Her occupation is that she's a communication strategist. Okay, I think we should connect. This is her club. Listening is okay, learning and researching are her hobbies. And her favorite quote is everything will be okay in the end. If it is not okay, it is not the end. That's a quote by John Lennon. Toastmaster Elizabeth, are you here?
Yes, I am.
Okay, the lectern is yours.
Thank you very much. When you ask what to expect, well, I encourage you to expect aplomb and excellence. The objective of Toastmaster Chigur Zerim's speech today is to deliver a speech with purpose. And he's delivering this speech from the Presentation Mastery Pathway, Level 1, Project 2. He wowed us at his icebreaker, and I'm telling you, he's definitely going to blow us away to delivering this speech while delivering this speech. Toastmaster Chigur Zerim, leave to leave a legacy. Take it away. It's back to you, the TMOD.
Hey, thank you so much. Toastmaster Chigozirim has been practicing. He just cannot wait to deliver. I can see it. I know you are ready. I'll just go ahead and rush your bio so that I will not steal from your shine. His speech title is Leave to Leave a Legacy. Okay, and he's speaking from the Presentation Mastery Path, Level 1, Project 2, writing a speech with a purpose. This is his club, and Toastmaster Chigozie, you are ready? Oh, Chigozirim, leave to
Thank you.
leave a legacy. Toastmaster Chigozirim, Onye, leave to leave a legacy. The lectern is yours.
Thank you. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. For a moment, imagine living in the year 4100. No internet connection, no internet, no social media. The world as we know it today did not exist. Yet someone or group of people back then were building the future we are now enjoying. We are all part of the continuous loop of existence. Consciously or unconsciously, we are shaping the future. Most times, we often think that history just happens. But as a matter of fact, the cities, the technologies, even our freedom was born by someone or group of people merely thinking beyond their time. And just like them, we are shaping the future. What will the people in the year 2400 think of us? Will they see a generation or people that live through a timeline that etched their name through existence, or a generation that just wasted its potential? I remember a time during my childhood days, my father was preparing to go for work. And it was raining very heavily. And I was very bothered that this man is going to catch cold. You know, as a child, I was very curious. I walked up to him and asked him, Dad, can't you see the rain? Why don't you just keep work for today? Heaven will not fall. The man looked at me and smiled. I said, Chigozirim, my son, you won't understand. I'm trying to leave a legacy, leave something that you'll be proud of when I'm gone. And of course, that moment crystallized what it means to leave a legacy, what it means to leave something that will outlive you. Because that man, my father, was trying to sacrifice to make sure that I have a better standard of living, a good education. Because if not for his sacrifice, I would have been somewhere in society constituting museums. And just like him, we all can actually impact in our own small ways Yeah, now one little ways you can extend civilization. This is the best time to be alive, best time to be a human being. We are the verge of breakthroughs upon breakthroughs, be it in AI, be it in space exploration. We humans are at the verge of becoming multiplanetary. We are at the verge of conquering the stars, having bees, even in Mars. But all these things can't just happen. It needs people like you and I to step out from our comfort zone and take actions. One of my favorite quotes is from a man called Man. He said, and I quote, "Be ashamed to die until you have left a mark for humanity." This is not just about money, it's not about power, it's about leaving something that outlive you, something that your children, people that will live on earth by the time we are gone, be proud of us and say, okay, yes, these guys actually did something for us, just the way those guys before us did. And all these things can just happen. We have to, first of all, shift our perspective. Perspective, the way we see the world really matters. And the way we see the world determines how we tackle and how we face challenges. And those things actually impact directly or indirectly to the society at large. And secondly, we need to cultivate mental discipline. We need to be disciplined, consistent, and make sure that our emotions doesn't get at the front of our actions. Making sure that we take actions despite our emotions. That's being disciplined. Thirdly, we need to embrace bold action. Embracing bold action is by facing your fears. Whatever you are doing, be it public speaking, be it other walks of life, you need to embrace bold action. Face your fears. We often think that history is something that just happened. Like I said, we are living it. Today is the future of tomorrow. So we have to take actions. And I'm going to leave you guys with this. I'm going to end my speech by saying, what action are you living? What action are we living? Thank you, and back to you. Toastmasters of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Chigoziri. You know, I have never sat down to think about what is going to happen in 2400. I don't know how you thought about that, but I loved how you delivered your speech with so much conviction. It's a reminder that pride fuels progress, and when it is paired with aplomb, you become unstoppable. In 1 minute, let's all leave a love note for all our speakers today. They have done really beautifully well, and I love that their speeches kind of aligned with our theme. I don't know if the VPE works with them to say you must use this theme in your speech. So I'm looking at the chat box. Let us leave love notes while we call the timer to come give us the timing reports for both speeches.
Thank you so much, TMOD. So timing reports for both speeches. Toastmaster for the prepared speeches, pardon me. Toastmaster Favour Eweka spoke for 4 minutes, 22 seconds. She qualified. And Toastmaster Chigozirim spoke for 4 minutes, 48 seconds. Thank you, and it's back to you, TMOD.
Okay, thank you so much. I was going to ask if we were voting. With the timing reports, I don't think there'll be any need to vote. Yeah. Thank you so much for that. We are going to move to the next item on our agenda. I can see, oh, we've dropped to 29. I saw 31 guests and I was so happy. 31 participants. I'm calling on the president of the club to come welcome our guest, Toastmaster Ekuchi James.
Thank you so much, Madam TMOD. I promised everyone at the beginning of this call that this would be a great meeting. Thank you for not letting me down and anchoring this meeting with so much aplomb. Well done, well done, well done. I'm taking notes that I've said the word of the day. Okay, that being said, I'd love to just welcome the guests on the call. I see Benjamin. I see guest Bob Manuel, who gave a table topic speech rather, which was really, really commendable. Your courage should be studied. Thank you so much for going all out. I see Joy Ndego. I see Fidelia. I see Love. And I see Debbie. Thank you so much for joining us. Dr. Tamunoimi at this point has fallen into the category with Aline. There are veteran guests. Maybe they should start a support group at this point. But thank you so much for joining us. We love you, and we are happy that you've joined us. You're the reason why we keep doing this week on week, month on month, continuously. We are very excited when we have guests on the call. Thank you for joining us. I hope you've learned something so far. At the end of this call, please don't rush off. When you end the meeting, there'll be a form which would be displayed on your screen. Would love that you fill that form. It helps us to just get feedback from you and also stay connected with you. Before I let go, I can't go without saying well done to Toastmaster Favour and Toastmaster Chigozim for such impeccable delivery. APLOMB at this point, maybe it doesn't even cut it. I really, really, really love what's going on here. All right, that being said, I'll now hand control back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Madam President. I would segue to the next segment of this meeting, which is calling our Madam Didi, our division director, to come speak. But before she comes, I want you to leave something in the chat room, something you've learned from this meeting, just one word. Say something. Mostly the people who have not said anything at all in this meeting, people who have not used the chat room, say something. I am waiting to count 1, 2. There's a Benjamin on this call. He has not said anything. Am I audible? Okay. Pride ignites progress. Okay. Self-confidence. Okay. One more. We're going to sleep here. Pride. Okay. If APLOMB was in this meeting, it would be proud of all our speakers, speaking with remarkable APLOMB. That was beautiful. Thank you so much. Our division director, Ma, are you here? There's no need to read the bio because for those who do not know about her, she is in the finance sector and her most treasured value is the family system. So please, let's applaud and welcome our division director, the most beautiful woman in Uyo.
Good evening, everyone. I'm really excited to be part of this meeting. I mean, who wouldn't be excited to attend Pecten Toastmasters Club meeting? This is me coming on behalf of the division to say congratulations to every member of Pecten Toastmasters Club for blazing a trail in District 130. You just didn't do that in your area. You did not do that in your division. You did not do that in Nigeria community. You took it to the district. Who knows? If we were meant to put you at par with other districts, you will still blaze a trail. Congratulations. And I say, well done to the leaders of the club. Well done to the past leaders of the club. You set the foundation, which the current leaders rode on. And what does that say? the leaders ahead, you have a burden. What's that burden? To exceed the performance of the current leadership. That means that when it comes to your creativity, if Pecten was doing 150, you're looking at doing 250%. I know you can do it. You all have what it takes to keep blazing a trail. So just to say well done to all of you and congratulations for what you do. I want to share a bit of experience. I have a friend I invited to join Toastmasters. She is in a club in Lagos, but she's always excited to talk about Pecten Toastmasters Club. Do you know that she would rather invite guests to come see what is done in Toastmasters, in Pecten Toastmasters Club? That is because of what you do and what you do well. So I encourage you to just keep up this. Just keep up this good spirit. And I'm so excited that in this meeting, we had an icebreaker. Why am I excited? That is the future. That is the future we see. Once you see that a club still has icebreaker speeches, people keep coming to deliver speeches, even when they had clocked their 10 over 10 halfway in the journey. Please do not rest on this. Please just keep this pace. Keep encouraging people, and yes, keep bringing people to learn the essence of Toastmasters, which is to lead and communicate effectively. Thank you for all you do, and well done. Even as the mandate ends in the next few weeks, I want to say that I'm so happy that the leadership will keep going on and you will groom even more leaders. I'm looking forward to the day the person that delivered the icebreaker speech will become the president of this club. It is possible. So I say to her, make the move, keep growing, keep learning, pick up all the good virtues and exceed what the people in the club are doing today. Thank you. I don't want to preach again, Toastmaster Ellie. I do not want to preach again. I just say thank you. I am happy. I am excited. What else? Which other word? I think I should get the word. If I'm happy, I'm excited. What other word should I put up on the stage? If someone should help me do that, give me the word in the group chat. Ecstatic. I'm enthralled. Just bring the words. But this is to say that exhilarated. That is because we put in the work and the results are coming. So I want to say, even reproduce yourself. Let's say we heard of Pecten 2 in the future. Well done, and thank you for having me. Congratulations again, Pecten Toastmasters Club. And back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, Madam Didi. Let's applaud. Ha! Yeah. It's not easy to climb to the level of being a division director. Don't play. We're moving to the next level or the next segment of this meeting, which is the election, club election. And I will be calling on the election officer. She is none other than Toastmaster Dr. Ese Ogene Okereka. She does not need an introduction because, of course, this is home for her. Toastmaster Ese, the lectern is yours.
Thank you, our Toastmaster of the Day, the lady who has handled this meeting with so much aplomb. And hello to our Didi, so good to see you. Thank you for joining us today. Welcome, everyone. I am delighted to have you all join us in our elections today. If you know you're excited, I need you to put on the chat box, INEC. I need you to type INEC in the chat box if you know you're excited. INEC, if for those who are not aware, is the regulatory body in charge of elections in Nigeria, which Pecten Toastmasters Club is part of. Oh, so many INECs, thank you. Yes, so think of me as an INEC representative, which means maybe I might be bribed. Who knows? Let's see how elections proceed today. Don't worry. One of our core values in Toastmasters is integrity, and I promise that today's session will be handled with integrity. Now, for this election, it's just going to be for 15 minutes, and the way we would handle it is to introduce the elected officers who would be handling the 2025-2026 tenure. I'm smiling as I say this because it is so amazing to see the wonderful journey we have had in Pecten Toastmasters as a club And officially in Toastmasters, elections are a way to decide on who would be the presiding officers, the ESCOs, for the next tenure. The Toastmaster year usually starts in July, and so we are usually encouraged to hold our elections to sort of hand over to a new tenure. Now, if I can have my Zoom master share, the format we're going to use is, I would share the name of, sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah, so the format we're going to use is, thankfully, for this election, we did not have two people who decided that, no, I want this, no, I must get it. Rather, Pecten's format was, we were thankfully able to get people who either were nominated or chose to nominate themselves and who had successfully identified the roles they would be happy to participate and serve in. So, however, because we want it to be open, we want to respect you, we want to show our service, integrity, and excellence, we still would want, in case there are registered Toastmasters who decide, I don't think I like that person for Pecten, I think I want to do it instead. This is the chance for you to nominate yourself if you so decide that you do not like the faces you see. But I think and believe that you like those who you're going to see on the screen. So for the very first position, we would have, if you could move the slides along, would be first for the role of president. Now, this one, I just need you, if you agree, to say yes on the chat. If you do not agree, please send an email to the INEC governing body and it will be handed over to you and discussed later. I just need 5 yeses. Oh, I already see yeses coming in. Thank you. So long as you're a registered Toastmaster, you get to put in your vote. Yes, yes. Okay, I have counted up to 5. See, oh my God, we've even gotten up to 10. Well, we were going to use for our quorum at least a minimum of 5 registered Pecten Toastmasters, and I have counted up to 10. And then for those who are not even our club members, I already say about 5. Thank you so much. The role of president is usually an automatic transition from whoever has served as the VPE. Anyone who knows Toastmaster Olem or has worked with her knows that this presidency, it was earned, over-deserved, and we are so delighted for how her tenure is going to be. So thank you for all the yeses, and congratulations to our our next club president, Toastmaster Olem, our president-elect. Please, can we all put our hands together for her? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I see all the clapping, thank you. Toastmaster Equichi is clapping because she's very happy to hand over to the new president. Thank you, and congratulations to our president-elect, Toastmaster Olem. We would now be moving on to the next position, which would be for the role of Vice President Education. This is the person who's going to be helping with how we learn, study, meet our DCP goals, and whatever our goals are in Toastmasters. And for this role, we have Toastmaster Linus. As we do, can I get some yeses in the chat box if you agree and support this nomination? Toastmaster, okay, I have seen 1 yes, 2 yes, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need 1 more yeses. Thank you, Toastmaster Ezra. 8. Congratulations to Toastmaster Linus, who is now our Vice President Education. We can all use our emojis to clap for him. And then we'll move on to our next nominated position. And for the position of Vice President Membership, a very delightful surprise to find, we have the nominated officer, Toastmaster Chigozie Dimba. He was also part of the last EXCO, and now he's decided to take a bigger role this time and serving as the Vice President Membership. So can I get yeses? Again, if you want to say no, please send an email to the INEC governing body, and that will be dealt with after the elections. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Amazing. Thank you so much. Can we all put our hands together for our Vice President Membership, Toastmaster Chigozie? Congratulations, Toastmaster Chigozie. It's been delightful to see your journey. I know your mentor must be so proud from the way you've grown so far. Yes, I see Toastmaster Joy doing her thumbs up. Amazing, congratulations. Our next nominated position would be for the role of Vice President Public Relations. Toastmaster Toby has served this role successfully that she decided, you know what, I am so awesome, I do so well, I think I want to continue to make Pecten thrive and shine. And so we would like to see all the yeses. Okay, I've seen 3 yeses. Toastmaster Eliza, I see agreed, but yes is how we vote. So let's use the right term. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you so much. Congratulations to Toastmaster Toby on being re-elected as our VP PR. We are so delighted and happy for your willingness and diligence in serving at Pecten Toastmasters. I can see you smiling. Oh, you're even blowing us kisses. Thank you so much. And we know you're going to be an amazing part of the 2025-2026 Pecten electoral, but Pecten elected body. Oh my God. I feel like I'm so excited. Maybe someone needs to send me an alert, and maybe that would change how I run these elections in case, we want to do, we will not take it. Just the right thing to do. And then we were almost done with our
Are you
elections.
trying to say you accept bribery?
No, I am trying to say that in Toastmasters, because we like communication, we like to communicate in different ways. If you choose to communicate by sending money, it's still a form of communication. So thank you so much, and we would appreciate that. Again, this is our elections, and the main thing is that we have people who were nominated in specific positions, and not only were they nominated at Pecten, we only had one person being nominated. So all you need to do is indicate by saying either yes or no if you support the person you see on your screen for the position they've been nominated for. Okay, going down the list would be for the next position, which is the position of secretary. And I'm so delighted because this is one of our newer members who gave us his icebreaker speech from the Eiffel Tower. For the role of secretary, Toastmaster Sona Ezekiel Hart. Can we get our yeses if we support this nomination? I see 1 yes, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can I get one more yes? Thank you, Toastmaster Jibike. Thank you, Toastmaster Grace and Elizabeth. I like that we have other voting public from outside other than just Pecten. That shows that they really, really support this tenure. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you, Toastmaster Ireju. Thank you, Toastmaster Linus. And congratulations, Toastmaster Sona, on being the secretary for the 2025-2026 tenure. Amazing. We'll now go to the next position, which will be for the role of treasurer. This is one position that I happily nominated, I supported, because if there's one thing she has told us in all her speeches is how she likes money, how she likes to move with money. So of course, Pecten has decided, we know this is a goal you have. Why not give you Pecten's money, Toastmasters money, to see how you would help us move and do so well and continue to build our skills? For the role of treasurer, we have nominated Toastmaster Lydia. Can we all please get our yeses if we support? Okay, I say 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you, Toastmaster Favour. Can I get one more? Thank you, Toastmaster Paul, Toastmaster Grace, Toastmaster Elizabeth, Toastmaster Ezra. Yes, we have all the yeses. For the role of treasurer, can we all put our hands together as we congratulate Toastmaster Lydia, the latest treasurer for 2025-2026 EXCO. Okay, I am so delighted. And I think the last but not the least, for our Sergeant at Arms, the person who would keep us on track, on time, who would make sure we stick to time and coordinate our meetings, we have, again, a new Toastmaster who had rhapsodized us with his icebreaker recently, Toastmaster Femi. Can I get all the yeses? Yes, from Toastmaster Lydia, thank you. Yes, for Toastmaster Olem. Yes, from Toastmaster Favour. Yes, from Toastmaster Paul. Yes, from Toastmaster Ekuchi, and yes, from Toastmaster Ireju. Okay, we've met more than our quorum. Thank you so much, and congratulations to Toastmaster Vincent, our newly elected Sergeant at Arms. I hope I have done this with as much aplomb as possible. We would get further information via email and also in our WhatsApp groups and everywhere we share our digital information around the now elected new officers. Congratulations to our elected officers. Thank you to our voting public, those from Pecten Toastmasters and those from Toastmasters community. We would always continue to support and be delighted. And I am so excited, proud, and looking forward to the next tenure. Congratulations to Pecten Toastmasters Club, and congratulations to our newly elected officers. Thank you, and it's back to you, our Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, our election officer, Toastmaster Esse. That was very well done. You did so well. I want to be like you when I grow up. One thing you did not see on the chat in the chat room is that somebody asked for your account number. I don't know if you saw it. So I want to ask, can I send it since I saw it and she did not see it so that I
I
can
will
just...
see it. Don't worry. In fact, let me save my chat. I will save it and search. Don't worry.
Okay, thank you so much. I hope that everybody is having as much fun as I am, because I am feeling myself. I'm in my feelings. I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm so happy for the new elected officers. I know that Toastmaster Olem is going to lead this club to even greater heights. She has done it before, supporting the president, and she's even going to do better now. Toastmaster Olem, it's a very big shoes, and I know that you're going to do so well in this role. Right now, we'll be handing over to our general evaluator. We've come a long way. It's not easy. We've spent over an hour and 30 minutes here. So now, or almost an hour and 30 minutes, not yet over, just almost. I'm going to be calling on the general evaluator for this meeting to come with her team so that we can know how we fared so far. Toastmaster Rashidat, are you still on the call?
Oh, certainly, TMOD.
Okay.
I am on the call. Thank you so much. I will do this with such aplomb and with such precision as will make even the nicest clock envious. I'll go green with envy. I'll start with my speech evaluators. I think we have two speech evaluators. So let me call on the first speech evaluator. No, I think we should be starting with the table topics evaluator. What does Madam Toastmaster of the Day think?
We take the speech evaluations first, then the TTE comes in.
Okay, so I'll do that. Now, the speech evaluators, and I see that we have already, now we already have Toastmaster Nameti Apan, and he is already set to evaluate Toastmaster Favour Eweka. Please, by all means, go ahead.
Thank you,
Toastmaster.
evaluator. Can you hear me? Confirm that you can hear me. Need to know that I'm audible. Toastmaster Favour.
Yes, you're audible.
You can hear me, Toastmaster. All right. Favour, is she? I can't see her, but I hope she's on the call and listening to me.
Yes, I'm here.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Favour, for favoring us with such an inspiring, empowering, and deeply enthralling icebreaker speech. Words mean more than what is set down on paper. It takes the human voice to infuse them with deeper meaning. A quote by Maya Angelou. For me, that quote and the many other quotes which you used in the speech summed up the entirety of your person, your personality, your character, and your stories. Thank you for revealing different aspects of your life's journey to us. In listening to you, I'm going to highlight a few things I took away using the three-pronged method of what I saw, what I heard, and how I felt. I learned that you are from a Edo state, that you cook, you swim, and love to make money, that you're also a naturally outgoing person. Wow, that was inspiring. I loved how you shared your personal story with us. It is often said that vulnerability is a new confidence, and today you told us about your family struggles with poverty and how that forced within you a certain level of resilience. Is that same resilience that you transferred to us through your speech today? Listening to you today, I saw a resilient person. Your aspirations. You told us how you aspire to be an eloquent speaker, how you're eager to learn, to grow, and someday end up being an empathetic mentor. What a way to segue up, to taxi up the Toastmasters journey, to take the flight to mentorship just at the point you were giving your icebreaker speech. I thought that was absolutely brilliant. I felt your hopes when you talked about how you know that Toastmasters is going to be a supportive and a safe community when you say that you know that you'll be guided and supported to achieve your goals of being an eloquent speaker. There I tell you that you're already an eloquent speaker. For when you spoke, I noticed how you use your hand gestures seamlessly. When you spoke, I noticed how you paused when you had to make some very salient points. When you spoke, I felt how you quoted very powerful authorities that some of us may not have even heard of, revealing that you are an ardent reader. It is often said that a great speaker must be a great reader. Through your stories, I could feel how much and how well read you are. Toastmaster Favour, hear this. Our greatest challenges often hold our greatest rewards. You cried, you well, and you fell ill when you went out of school because you couldn't pay your fees. But today, that story is the same story that will make us resilient, that will empower us with great aplomb to be better versions of ourselves. Once again, thank you for favoring us with that powerful icebreaker. You delivered it with great aplomb, and I see you being an eloquent speaker on the world stage someday. Back to you, General.
Okay, great delivery demands great evaluation, and that's what we have just listened to by Toastmaster Nameti Apan. Quickly, Toastmasters and friends, let's move to the second speech, which is to be evaluated by Toastmaster Tobiloba Akimolua. That's speech by Toastmaster Chigozerem Kanye. Please, let's have it.
Thank you very much, the General Evaluator. Good evening once again, Toastmasters and guests. Toastmaster Chigozerem, are you on the call?
Yeah. Uh-oh. Okay.
Toastmaster Chigozerem, please indicate if you're on the call. Okay. Well, the meeting is being recorded, so I'll go ahead and give the feedback so you can have access to it afterwards. So first of all, I'd like to congratulate you on that excellent and aplomb speech delivery. Many things stood out for me, but to name a few, I absolutely loved your intro. How you took us on an imaginative ride to the 1400s, forcing us to appreciate the present that we now live in and the trailblazers from the past who made it possible to enjoy evolution at this scale. Your fusion of an anecdote is not only a standard in Toastmasters, but a classic way to demonstrate your expertise as a great speaker. That was very brilliant. Also, you carefully inserted a quote that further drove the point of your point home, actively and consciously building a legacy as we live our lives. You said the quotes, the quotes, pardon me. So the quote goes thus: be ashamed to die until you've left a mark. However, it is encouraged to reference the owner or the speaker of this quote whenever you speak or reference a book or a person. It is something of in the sort of a souvenir to your audience to go back with after they leave the meeting or the venue. Lastly, in your subsequent speeches as you grow, we advise or we recommend that you actively infuse pacing and vocal modulation. For instance, when you had that conversation with your dad, it would have been best if you had mimicked your dad's part of the conversation in his tone so we can tell the different characters apart. In all, Live to Leave a Legacy carried a compelling message we won't be forgetting in a hurry. Congratulations to you. You met your targets and you met the objective of this speech, and it's back to you, the general evaluator.
You met the objectives of the speech. I like that. I like that. I really like how it sounds. Okie dokie. So now let's move on to the evaluation of the table topics. I'd like to have the evaluator of today's table topics session, Toastmaster Ajibike Oshodi, please deliver our evaluation with APLOMB.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the day. Sorry, thank you very much, General Evaluator. As usual, we had a very interesting table topics laid out by TMOD. She delivered all her questions with aplomb, and her slides were very clear. The first person to take the table topic was our TM Toby. And what a revelation it was. She repeated the question. She gave us a personal story, as well as informed us of her promotion at work. And she told us of how her skills as a Toastmaster helped her, as well as her promotion of work. This shows that when you have an aplomb feat in one area of your life, it can translate to another. So the feat at work made her listen in her personal life, and she found herself to be an active listener, and she was able to come to a resolution. She also clearly told us the transition from her being hot-tempered to being a cool and calm mediator. These all were characteristics that helped her in her official life as well. Congratulations, TM Toby. Next came our accomplished TM Eze, who told us that if we want to bite an elephant, we take little steps. She told us how she went from 40 steps a day to 1,000 and now over 10,000 steps a day. As usual, all these questions tied into our main theme for today, which was pride and progress. Both speeches were delivered with aplomb. I also want to commend the table topics master for her clear slides and her rapid reaction. She also monitored the chat room very well. The last was taken by Bob Emmanuel, the last table topics, who is not a Toastmaster, but I'm sure he will soon register. The only disadvantage he had is that he didn't put on his camera. He told us how his achievement came after a long time of pain and being sidelined. As usual, all table topic speeches were delivered with a bomb, and then we all learned a thing or two from these impromptu speeches. Thank you very much, TM Olem, for never letting the side down, and as usual, being such an awesome table topics master. Thank you very much.
Wow. Talking about being brisk and yet being deep. That was a lot of depth by our table topics evaluator, Toastmaster Barrister JBK Oshodi. Thank you so much. Now, let's get what my lieutenants would be telling us by way of feedback. I'd like to call first the grammarian, Madam President, Toastmaster Ekwechi Joy James. What feedback do you have for us on grammar today?
Thank you so much, Madam GE, for handling the session so far with aplomb. One more for myself. Okay, I'll go straight ahead to give the evaluation. Remember I said in the beginning that my duty was double-pronged. First would be to report on the word usage of the day, and next would be to let us know proper and improper uses of words and expressions. I'll start with the use of the word. We did so well today. Well done, everyone. Our general evaluator used the word of the day a whopping 7 times. I see her winning this round. Our counter used it twice. The TMOD used it 4 times. The table topics master used it 3 times. Toastmaster Toby used it twice. Toastmaster Dr. Essay used it 3 times. Toastmaster Grace used a synonym audaciously in the chat box. I paid attention. Toastmaster Namiti used it 3 times. Toastmaster GBK used it once. And I used it 4 times. Which brings us to the conclusion that our winner today, as regards the use of the word of the day, which is aplomb, is, drum rolls, our general evaluator. Congratulations, DTM RSB, for that. Quickly, I'll go to proper and improper uses of the word of the day. Someone said displayed in the background. That should have displayed at the background, rather. That should be displayed in the background. We are going to be segueing, should be, we will be segueing. I loved that someone said quick on your feet. That was a good expression. Someone said temperamental and irritable. Good. Context is how to pronounce it, not contest. Especially, they both mean something, but in the context that the person was saying it, it was to be context and not contest. Right. Contest means to compete with in something, and context means trying to create some background. So that's something to note. Emotions doesn't is wrong. Rather, it should be emotions don't. I loved that someone used the word rhapsodize. That was very interesting. I've added that to my list, my lexicon. Words like salient, expressions like ardent reader, expressions like bite smaller chunks was a metaphor. In my own corner of the world, that was used by our guest Bob Manuel. Flew by my nose, took a toll, splendiferous delivery. Today was amazing when it came to words and expressions. Thank you so much. My notes are full, and I'm hoping that we've learned something as well on the call. Thank you so much. Keep speaking, keep using the word of the day, and let's keep on improving our vocabulary. And it's back to you, Madam GE.
Wow. Thank you, dear grammarian, for your feedback and for giving us that lovely word of the day, which made it easy for us to use. So let's move on. Were we using as many crutches as would render our speeches boring? Well, that's not for me to decide. Let's have Toastmaster Samuel Olanode, our counter, Toastmaster Samuel. Yes, you are muted.
Thank you very much, my general evaluator. So we had about 20 persons on a meeting today, and it was like they all ganged up against me to make my job very difficult today because we're listening to speech delivered with such aplomb, and I came prepared to catch so many filler words while I was disappointed. However, we had a few ones here and there, didn't take away from the quality of the speeches. TM Lydia, while delivering the introduction for a timer, she used the word once. Bob Manuel also, I guess, used the word 3 times during the table topics. And TM Toby, she used a repeated word, the quotes, while delivering our evaluation. That didn't take away from the quality of their speeches. It was still delivered with such aplomb. And that's all from me, my general evaluator.
Wow, I'm so happy. Crutch words, filler words seem to be going out of fashion. And I love that. I really love that. We are getting better by the second. Thank you, Toastmaster Samuel, for that. And now, do I really need to invite the timekeeper? Well, let's do some exceptional reporting. Anything you have not reported on before by way of timing, could you please, let's have it. Toastmaster Lydia.
DTM Rashidat for that. So apart from Toastmaster Issy Ogene, who spoke over time, just a little bit, 3 seconds over time.
Wow.
Or just 3 seconds over time. 2 minutes, 33 seconds. Exactly. Every other speaker spoke within time. And that's all from me. And it's back to you.
Highly, highly commendable. Even on timing, we are doing great. That's beautiful. I am quite happy. So, ladies and gentlemen, are you itching to hear what I've got to say as the general evaluator? I feel like I have so much power. Let me dish it out. This is a well-prepared meeting. Honestly, I must confess that this meeting was well prepared for the agenda, the background, the time that we started, everything, every bit of resource that we needed for this meeting was made available by the organizer of the meeting. And it is so commendable that we started this meeting with 32 persons in the audience. The meeting started right on time with the Vice President Education standing in for the Sergeant at Arms. That means, well, this also had been prepared for. I particularly loved that the Toastmaster of the day mentioned that this is a very safe space. Not many people will believe that it is a safe space. When we come to Toastmasters meeting, it is one acknowledgement that we are all learning. And so we are free to make our mistakes. You don't have to be perfect. You only have to show and do what you need to do. This is the laboratory. And she made that abundantly clear. And I am so happy, Toastmaster, beautiful Toastmaster Elizabeth Atta, for doing that. You clearly also explained what this meeting is going to be like. And I really, really appreciate that, especially for the fact that we were going to have table topics and evaluation. I was impressed when the table topics master also started her session, and we already had volunteers. Even before she could say Jack Robinson, we already had volunteers. It tells me that people already are warming up to the idea that table topics are nothing to be scared of, or maybe table topics in Pecten Toastmasters Club is really nothing to be scared about. But honestly, I was quite impressed. And hey, Madam Timekeeper, I would like to just jump to how Toastmaster Lydia keeps time with clockwork precision. Sorry, I don't know. Is it that you've always done this, like you do it every day? I don't even know. I just keep watching, and I still marvel at the precision with which you kept time today. And for the accounting, I'd already mentioned it. I was also quite impressed that, yes, Toastmaster Samuel was really listening a lot, and for him to have been able to catch just those two insignificant, I would call them insignificant, but they caught them, meaning he's really interested in ensuring that we do not keep using those pause fillers that do not add anything to our speeches. I'm so impressed. So who goes about evaluating how many topics in a few minutes and yet giving us the meats? That was what we got from the table topics evaluator. And well, I don't know. Yes. We had for the volunteers who volunteered to speak on the table topics. What do I say? A lot of people do not know that it takes quite a lot for anyone to volunteer like that and still speak very meaningfully. And yet we still had quite a lot of things to take home from their speeches. I really don't know. I'm struggling. I mean, you would have seen that I'm struggling to look for something which I'm not so happy about. I'll get to it, but I'll still get to it. But it's just that I keep getting so many things that I'm happy about. The evaluators, speech evaluators as well, not only table topics evaluator, table topics master, Toastmaster, and Ameti. That's your criteria. What I had, how I saw, how I felt, what I saw. Well, I think it's a winner. So even if you're not a good evaluator, you take that 3-pronged evaluation technique, a la Toastmaster Nameti, you're home and dry. I think that is really commendable. And I love the way Toastmaster Toby started with giving the evaluation, even when Toastmaster Chigozerum was not around. I said, well, this meeting is being recorded, said, and then you are going to get it. And she also knows that evaluation is not for Toastmaster Chigozerum Ikonye alone. We are all going to benefit from that. And then she went ahead and gave it to us, served it nice and hot. Ladies and gentlemen, okay, so one thing, hey, I don't want to steal anyone's hobbies. My hobbies are not about capturing and curating moments. I don't know where we got that, but maybe somebody else's. It would have been nice because it sounds so chic and so, you know how it is. But, well, I actually don't have hobbies. Oh, I shouldn't say that, but maybe I like sleeping. I don't know. Yeah, and the business meeting. We're supposed to have our elections in a business meeting. How did we sandwich it into the meeting today? You see, every Toastmasters activity is an opportunity for learning. Well, perhaps there are people who do not know how business meetings are conducted, who does not know or who do not know what parliamentary procedure is all about, what Robert's Rule of Order is all about. Well, and they are members of Toastmasters. That should be an additional learning for that. Perhaps if we're going to have a business meeting, we want to consider adjourning our regular meeting and then starting a business meeting and doing the elections. Sometimes some people will think, oh, well, if this is the standard for elections in Toastmasters, well, this is not really election or but selection. So I would like us to consider that. Presiding officer, Madam President, you welcome guests with such finesse. You sandwiched that into the meeting and you did it and you still accomplished it. To imagine that we welcomed even the division director in between and she encouraged us and, well, yes, it's true, I agree with her. This is Pecten Toastmasters Club and I'm also proud of what I usually see in Toastmasters, Pecten Toastmasters Club. I'm supposed to be going on and on and on and on, but I don't see anything for that. I've enjoyed myself. You've given me the opportunity to do this, and I'll gladly come back and do that anytime I'm free. Happy to have been your general evaluator today. Please keep doing what you are doing. That is making Pecten a very lively club. And with that, I'll take my leave. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day. You're doing well.
Thank you so much, Madam DTM. It's such a pleasure to have you come to us with your wealth of knowledge. Thank you. Let me not say that, but I have learned one or two things. Let me not bring myself out yet. I'll come to your inbox and tell you. Thank you so much for that. I hope we're having fun, everybody. I see that a lot of people have dropped from the call, but I want to believe that everybody on this call is having fun and we're doing so well with our time. If you're still here and you're excited to be here, I want you to say something in the chat room. Something. Tell me how you feel. The energy is low. Please write something. Be happy. Unmute yourself. Stand up and shake your body. It's been almost 2 hours. Delighted. Great. Yes, somebody should say something. Let me know that we're still here and we're excited. I am high. My mentor, what are you high on? What are you high on? Okay, so I'm sad because the meeting has come to an end, or we're almost at the end. I would like to thank everybody that has played a role in this meeting today. I like the fact that we kept the time. We had so many activities in this meeting. We had 2 speeches and we still kept the time. So I'd like to say thank you so much. Thank you to Pecten, TMOD. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to come play this role here today. And to everybody, I want you to know that no matter how small the progress is, always remember that the fact that you're alive, the fact that you're still here, is an opportunity for you to always go forward. So don't look at yourself and say, oh, since this year started, I haven't achieved anything. Where am I going to? What's next for me? Just wake up every day, breathe, and make that small intentional steps. And trust me, you're going to get to that progress that you've been admiring. Madam President, are you here?
Oh no, I'm going to be speaking on behalf of the president.
Oh, still Madam President.
Um, if I say what they call me now, they call me incumbent president in the cooler.
They call you incoming. That's what I hear in my club. Incoming, our incoming president. So lecture is yours. Congratulations once again.
Thank you so very kindly. Thank you so very much, Toastmaster Elizabeth, for making our time. It's 2 hours of talking, almost 2 hours of talking, and you still got your energy up. That's really incredible and commendable. On behalf of the president, Toastmaster Equity Joy James, I want to thank everyone who made it to today's meeting, who's still here. Our role players, we won't be having the meeting without such excellent people doing things excellently and with aplomb. DTM Rashidat, thank you so much. We've missed you at Pecten, as Toastmaster Equity rightly said, but for obvious reasons, I know. So thank you so much for joining us to wrap the year quite successfully. Didi, I don't know if she's still on the call. Thank you for coming, and thanks for the goodwill and the feedback you're giving to us. To club members who are on the call, thank you. Our guests, every single person. Our LECO officer, thank you for stepping in. I know with the whole time zone difference thing, so being here at this time, it's a sacrifice and we appreciate it. We don't take it for granted. Thanks again to everyone who's been here. And for announcements, we've got just two. Our next club meeting is on Tuesday, 17th February 2020. Sorry, 17th June. Am I going backwards or forwards? 17th June 2025. And then the big one. So Toastmasters Nigeria Conference 3.0 is taking place in New York between the 13th and 14th of this month as well. And if you haven't registered and you would love to, please say hello to me. It's open to both Toastmasters and guests. So if you're a guest on this call and you would like to meet some of the finest communicators Nigeria has, you need to turn up for that event. So just say hello to me or through anybody who got into the call, let us know so we can get you registered and prepped. It's just next week, Friday. And I mean, what's the coolest way to celebrate? Thursday is a public holiday, so you can just get into you have free delicious food. I will pay. And then we can have fun together at our meeting. Thank you. And with that said, I like to do the icebreaker, the tongue twister rather. This one is the one that gives me a lot of joy because somebody has to bite their tongue before they go home. What's the fun? Who wants to go with the tongue twister today? And it's very simple, though. It's just 4 words, But I need a volunteer. Toast myself, Lisbeth, you're in front of my screen. Why are you looking like you're calling me?
May I? Okay.
Actually have to
May I?
Oh, yeah, the same that. But you have to say it in 3 quick successions, yeah? Quick.
Oh, that's too okay. Wow.
Just the
Sorry,
left.
that was thunder, heavy black background, brown background, black background, brown background, black background, brown background. Did I?
Ah,
Not quite.
well, we will let you go as you're
It
leading
was
by
too slow.
example, but it was
It was
slow.
too slow.
So we need somebody
Hmm.
who will do some real tongue twisting. Just Master Elizabeth, I don't know why I'm picking on you. You're too fine this evening. You're just in front of my car. What's going on?
See, I grew up in Benue State, so this is an Arab thing in this place. You just want to, you want, okay.
Mm.
Black background, brown background, black background, black background, brown background, black background, brown background.
That's what you wanted.
Nice shot, though. I mean, you slipped only once, so that's really incredible. And it's crazy because if you do have mother tongue interference, this will be one hell of a rodeo right now. But thanks for trying, and thanks DTM Rashidat for trying. Any other person wants to go? A guess, perhaps? Hmm. Okay. We still got 3 minutes. So I'm just going to leave it here. I'll stop sharing my screen and we can catch up for those who want to. But thank you so much. We've adjourned today's meeting to the 17th of June, and it's been a delight hosting you guys today. Thank you. And now I say hello to those I haven't seen in a while. DTM Rashidat, it's nice to see you in camera.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to be around. It's just that sometimes it's not very, very easy to do that. So I'm
I
happy
don't
I'm
leave.
here anyway.
Thank
So
you.
right
Thank
now it's so dark. It's dark. It's very rainy here. It's
mm.
raining cats and dogs. I thought you probably might have heard the thunder. So
I
I'm
saw you
just
react to
alone
that.
here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you
To-
for having me.
Thank
Yeah.
you, ma'am. Thanks for coming. Toastmaster Danapo, I want to hear your voice because I have something to say to you. Hello. Is she there? Love up again. Is that how
Hello,
you're? Aha.
hello, I'm here. Good
Yes.
evening, ma.
Evening. I'm looking for you around the globe. Where are you?
I've been
Eh,
traveling,
Mm.
so I've not
Please,
been
oh,
settled.
do and touch base, oh, because we need you to grace the lectern
Yes,
and do so
ma.
graciously. Hmm?
Yes, ma, I will.
I don't want to use Torchlight and look for you again, but I'm glad you actually show up for meetings. It's really is incredible that with your busy schedule, you're somehow able to join the meeting. So well done. Very well done.
Thank you, ma.
Thanks, Marcel Lizzie. Thanks. We love seeing you at our meetings as well. Love, I don't even know how to pronounce this surname. Love, are you a guest or a Toastmaster?
I'm a guest. Good evening, all.
Good evening. Is this your first time here?
Yes,
Oh, we're glad to have you join us. Who invited you?
thank you. Okay, Professor Lucha.
Ooh, thanks, Prof. Thank you. Thank you. I hope
I
you
have
enjoyed
to
the meeting
go,
though.
but it was
Thanks,
fun.
Cecily. Thank you
Bye.
so much. Thanks. Yeah, take care.
I think you can stop recording when you're done.
Oh, yeah, I think I should end it actually.
Yeah.
Oh, I love. Take care. Bye, everyone.